It was a strange day, neither sunny nor rainy, and not a single cloud in sight. I was deep in the forest, having convinced myself that taking a shortcut would save time. If I walked straight through, I'd get home quicker, maybe even find some acorns to snack on. But every turn brought a new obstacle, forcing me left, then right, then deeper. My internal compass spun uselessly. I kept walking, hoping I'd circle back to familiar ground. The forest stretched endlessly, shadows thickening, the canopy growing darker. I checked my phone, 7:30 p.m. Sunset had long passed. I should have been home. I was hungry, aching and getting scared. "I don't want to spend the night here," I mumbled. Then light. Soft, warm and golden, shining like a beacon in the woods. My heart jumped. I followed it, desperation replacing fear. I ran toward it like a child hearing their mother's voice. I stopped short. A massive tree, thick, ancient, stood in a clearing. Its hollowed trunk glowed from within. A restaurant. Small, neat, unreal. Like something out of a dream. Why is there a restaurant in the middle of nowhere? No signs of life, no movement, just the gentle glow. I hesitated. I should go back. But when I turned around, the path had vanished into darkness. My feet ached. My back protested. I was too tired to keep going. I stepped inside. A wash of lavender hit me. Calming. Peaceful. I passed empty chairs, wooden tables, small candle-like lights. The place was cozy but quiet. Eerily quiet. "Hello," said a soft voice. I jumped. Behind me stood a woman, slender, pale, with a vintage brown robe that touched the floor. Her smile was gentle, her voice warm. "Did I startle you?" she asked. Hi. "Welcome," she said. "Would you like some of my special soup?" "You're the cook." "You could say that." Her smile was constant, but her eyes, they watched closely, as if she was studying me. "No owner?" I asked. "Just me," she replied. Something didn't feel right, but my exhaustion won. "Sure, I'll have the soup." "Okay, hang tight." She vanished into the kitchen. I glanced around. Decorated shelves, colourful baubles, some fake plants, some real. But it was the figurines that caught my eye. Dozens of them staring toward the entrance. I stood to examine them. So detailed, lifelike, almost too real. Glossy lips, realistic eyes, hair that didn't look synthetic. "You like my vessels?" She was back. "Vessels?" "I make them. They're modelled after people who wore that expression around me, especially if I caused it." She smiled again. There was something magnetic about her, something that pulled me in. I followed her to a bench. "The soup takes a while," she said. "Won't you sit with me?" I nodded and sat beside her. "What were you thinking just now?" she asked. I blushed. "Nothing important." "Loneliness," she said, unprompted. "You asked if I get lonely." She pointed at the figurines. "They remind me of everyone I've made happy. They nourish me." Weird word choice. "What keeps you going?" she asked. I stumbled for an answer. "I'm a teacher." Her head tilted slightly. "Do you love what you do?" "I adore it," I said. "Helping students grow, finding new ways to inspire them. It gives my life purpose." She smiled. "You're a good man." I laughed nervously. "Your wife must be lucky," she added. "I don't have one." She looked surprised. "Why not?" Tears rose unexpectedly. I confessed. I never believed anyone could love me, that I'd mess it up somehow, that I wasn't enough. She hugged me, stroked my hair gently. Has anyone called you ugly? No. Creepy? No. Then these fears are your own. You demand so much of yourself, kindness, strength, charm, perfection, but you never allow yourself to feel worthy. She cupped my cheek. You are kind, smart, and thoughtful. If you asked for my hand right now, I'd say yes. I flushed red. She stood. Let me check on that soup. I turned back toward the figurines. They stared with that same expression. Joy. Longing. Dinner's ready, she called. I sat and stared at the bowl. I hadn't seen her bring it. I took a sip. Earthy, warm, familiar. Each mouthful sent waves of comfort through me. I devoured it without thinking. She laughed. Now that's how a meal should be enjoyed. That was amazing, I said. What do I owe you? Nothing. This evening was enough. I stood to leave. I'll be back. You can't walk in the woods now. It's past midnight. What? I've been here that long. Time flies in good company. Where should I go? Rest, she said. Use the bench. I was too tired to argue. I lay down. My head somehow ended up in her lap. She whispered, What do you wish for most? I wish... My mind went blank. What about now? I smiled dreamily. I wish to stay here with you forever. She went still. Then she gently laid me down on something hard. I opened my eyes as she walked to the wall, gave me a last look, regret, sorrow, and merged into the wood. Her body became part of the tree, a knot shaped like a woman. I wanted to scream, but sleep dragged me down. I awoke, but I couldn't move. I was smaller, rigid. A man leaned over me. These figures are so real, he said. Wait, that one. He looks like my brother's teacher, the one who disappeared. His voice faded. He stared, and I stared back. Forever.